this episode, we're gonna go get a transmission for my square body while driving one of my other square bodies. We're gonna try to find a 700 R4 for the orange truck, and maybe a speedometer for this one too, if I can find one. Because I put a new cable in here, but it was never right. And then at the end, it just kept spinning around completely, and it must have broke the cable again, or broke the gear. I don't know. I'm just hoping a speedometer and another cable will fix it. But the main goal today is to get a 700 R4. So. Oh, I also put a stereo in. It was the cheapest one on Amazon I could find, and trust me, I wouldn't have cut that out for one of them stereos, but it was already cut out, so I didn't ruin the dash. Someone else did. If it wasn't cut, I would have just put one of them retro ones that actually fit in the original spot. But and also, I did not do this to the doors. Someone already had the doors cut for speakers, but I mean, it sounds nice. What I did is I put like a foam basket you can buy on Amazon behind the speakers, so it's not just in a tin door, but they are held in with tin screws, so that's right. So we're at the junkyard. We got this van. It's a 3/4 ton, but it has a turbo, or not turbo, it's got a 700 R4. And they lifted it up and smashed the pan in and the drive shaft, but I don't think it's pushed in enough to affect anything. And anyways, I got a pan for one of these. I'm a little worried about that rubber plug. Maybe it's had issues, but we'll see. I should just get an old van like this. Old Chevy. Look at this inside. It smells like mice piss, but they're pretty nice inside. These vans are just neat, but I got the doghouse cover off. We're getting bell housing bolts off. We're on the last 2 bell housing bolts. And then the 2 cross member bolts, but we got the nuts off of them already. And then I got to He-Man the tranny out of here because they don't let you bring a jack or nothing in, so. Matthew's trying to take that other bolt out. I got the tranny sitting on some tires. Bolt out? Oh yeah. Alright, bolts out. I'm gonna set the camera down again. I can pull this tranny out of here. Pull the drive shaft off. The drive shaft's already off. You know, the rules say we can't wreck anything, but they use a forklift and bend a good drive shaft. But let me get this tranny out. Well, I got this transmission in, another 700 R4. Well, time to see if it works. I think everything is done. It needs a tranny mount, but let's see how it does. I gotta change this pan, but I want to make sure this thing works and drives before I put a pan on it and change a fluid and filter. Don't want to change the fluid because you know what that means. Transmission ain't gonna work because all the clutch material is in there. But oh well. We'll go up top, hook down the kick down cable, make sure it's adjusted right, fill it with tranny fluid, and see what happens. Well, I got some fluid in here. I haven't checked the dipstick, but I put about a gallon in, which should be showing up on the dipstick. We got a nice reverse, so we can go home in reverse. Neutral. Alright, well, we got to drive, so we can go home in first gear anyway. Let me keep checking the fluid, make sure it ain't pouring out underneath, which I don't see it leaking. That's just from the old tranny, putting tranny lines on. The pan is dry, the tail shaft is dry. So far so good-ish, but I can't count on it yet. Let me check the fluid here. Not even on the dipstick yet. Huh. And I just put my funnel in the carburetor just to, you know, lube up the engine. So hard to tell because you dump transmission fluid down the same tube you check it. Oh, starting to show up on the dipstick. Alright, let's see if this transmission works. I'm sure the shop alarm's gonna go off while I drive it around the parking lot. Do it first. Down is too tight, but we got second. It's gonna be hard to test third in here. That's all I'm on is third gear. I gotta adjust the kick down though. I can't test third in here, it's way too fast, but I think the speedometer gear is right now. The truck's loaded up on that transmission fluid, and then I dumped down the carburetor with the funnel. But let me get this kick down adjusted and set the alarm off for the shop, and I'll be right back. Test number 2. God, it shifts so hard. I don't know, I'll drive it like this home and see what happens. Maybe this van had a shift kit in it. I doubt it. I'm sure I just gotta adjust the kick down more. They're probably watching me on the security camera. I was wondering what the hell I'm doing. Flying through the parking lot. Alright, so I'm gonna clean up all the tools, put the tools back, clean the shop up, and I'll be done. Alright, we're getting on the road, see what happens. First, second, and shift's kind of hard, but third. Well, we got 3 gears anyway. We're back to where we started. Let's see if we got an overdrive. Torque converter lockup maybe? Because I just turned it on. Let me turn it off. Nope, that was 4th gear. Let me turn it. Let's see if the... I don't know if the torque converter lockup's working, but we got 4 gears, and that's all that matters. This transmission might be wired different than the other one, so I gotta see. I should probably just shut it off for now. But anyway, we got 4 gears. I don't got torque converter lockup, but we're not hauling anything heavy, so technically I could drive without it. All it does is lock up the torque converter, and you just put the torque converter or the engine and transmission to a 1-to-1 ratio, but that ain't a big deal. My Monte Carlos went without it for like 6 years or more, so, and that had some hard, that's a hard 6 years of beating on it and burnouts and 295s on the back. Like, that car's had a hard life for what it is. Anyway, I'll be fine without a torque converter lockup. I kind of don't know if my speedometer is right anymore. I gotta check my phone to see how fast I'm going. I'm catching up to these cars, so maybe it is working. But having the overdrive's nice. It feels like I'm doing 60, and I'm only at 1800 RPM, so I'm gonna really save some fuel with this thing now. It's a little 2-barrel carburetor. I think it's a 350. It's either a 327 or 350. I put the block number on the internet, and it told me it was either a 302, which I highly guess there's not a 302 in this truck. It's either 302, 327, or 350. It really won't tell me which one it is, so I'm guessing it's just a 350. But anyway, transmission seems to be working. I think the fuel gauge started working. I can't tell. It's got a full tank, and I don't remember how high the fuel gauge went. Well, I've been driving for a little bit, and it ain't shifting so hard anymore, so maybe it just hasn't been ran for a long time. I actually think I don't have the TV cable tight enough, because, well, I mean, it might have kicked down, but it ain't kicking down like it's supposed to. I think it just gotta be tightened up a little bit, but the shifting's actually getting better. It's still working, so far so good. The $170 U-pull-it parts transmission out of a van seems to be working. Thanks for watching. You'll see more of this truck.